You never listen.
What?
See. What your ex-wife said was correct.
Here you are suggesting that everything my ex-wife said about me is correct without even the slightest shred of evidence. Without even letting me have a chance to hear and respond to the criticism. I cannot believe you Americans. You are all constantly coming up with these crazy conspiracy theories like that one last week. What was it? Oh yes, that the existence of worms proves that there is a secret passage from China to an underground military base in the basement of the Mall of America.
Only said it was interesting. Besides, it was on coast to coast.
Yes, you said it was obvious. Or something I don't remember. Anyway, you are completely devoid of any direction, culture or common sense. You are up the creek without a paddle, metaphorically speaking. No, actually you did have a paddle, but it was made out of organic sugar cubes and molasses because it has to be biodegradable and not disturb the whales, and now it has melted.
There are no whales in a creek.
Yes there are. There are freshwater whales in the creek, look it up. Now where was I?
The whale ate the paddle.
Yes of course, the whale ate the canoe. You could make a new canoe, but you can't, because even though there are trees everywhere, it is illegal to cut them down and make a canoe. No actually it is legal to cut down a tree, but it is illegal to use a saw. This was because they didn't want to arrest the beavers for cutting down the trees and making dams. Of course they would have arrested the beavers if they had been an invasive species, but they aren't. You can cut down a tree, but you can't use a saw, and you can make a dam, but you can't use a shovel, and since you are not a beaver, you cannot cut down a tree and make a canoe. And now you are stuck.
I don't think you are making sense.
Yes, now you admit that I'm starting to make sense, old boy, am I not? Yes, where was I?
The beaver ate the canoe.
Yes of course the beaver ate the trees, and you could have used a payphone at the McDonald's down the street, but there is no McDonald's down the street because it's illegal to disturb the beavers by building a McDonald's. Of course you could have called on your cell phone, but they passed a new law making it illegal to use your cell phone in the canoe, so you didn't bring it. Now what are you going to do?
I don't like going down creeks in canoes, and also I'm a veggie, so I don't go to McDonald's, and I wouldn't go to McDonald's anyway, because I always buy local and organic.
Yes, like I said, you like going down the creek in a canoe, but now you can't, because of the beavers and the whales. As far as culture, any society that would allow the music of Barry Manilow to infiltrate every elevator and dentist office is devoid of any further consideration.
Well, there was that one song with the wicked chord progression.
As far as common sense, this crazy notion by the so-called builder movement that insists a fine politician like Arnold Schwarzenegger was once a bodybuilder. It doesn't even pass the laugh test.
She said you never listen.
What was that? What did you say?